I'll hold the applause.
Oh là là.
How are you all doing? Would you all like a chair to sit on? Or... Yeah, would you? How's the sound out there?
Yeah, you guys good? Yeah, we got thumbs up from one man. Yes, they do. Yeah.
You're all
They can
lying.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Can you guys see if we sit, or do we need to stand for this one? Because there's so many of you. Yeah, I think we might have to stand for this one. You all right? Yeah.
What have you done in the past?
Well, normally we have normally there's not this many people. You're getting a massive crowd. We have about to where this person is on the shoulders, so we can sit and it's fine. But yeah, they're way back. They're all the way back to the rest
Yeah,
of
we're
it.
talking about you.
Yeah, we are. She's like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Right? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about that pigeon?
I was fine until I came out here. Now, come on, talk to me.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. How are you enjoying Brussels? Have you been before?
I don't know that well, actually, I was reminded that I'd been to an event in Ghent.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember it. I'm so sorry. But it could have been last week, and I wouldn't remember it because I'm an old man now. Oh, yeah. What were you talking about?
We're just talking about
See,
Brussels.
it happens.
Do you do a lot of these? Do you travel a lot for these? Do you get to a lot of conventions?
Do I, a lot of them?
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be. I do about 3 maybe a year.
Oh, that's good.
I think I may have done more in a given season, but I'm kind of, to be honest with you all, I'm kind of a recluse, or I live a secluded life. Not quite hermit-like, but I have acreage in California, right near the coast, north of the city, overlooking the ocean, and it's lovely. It's idyllic. So I'm not motivated to go out and do events and stuff, except for this kind of thing alone, is meeting people. Although if I didn't come to events, I wouldn't meet anybody, which in some respects is fine by me. But then I realized that I'm really becoming cranky and ornery, and I need the friendly faces of, in particular, Belgians.
Correct.
He knows what he's doing, this guy. He knows.
Before we jump into it, there's something that Matt and I have wanted to talk to you about since yesterday. And that is something that you guys won't know about yet. But in the green room for the guests, there is a pigeon that has been trying to steal all the food for the guests. And yesterday, you nearly tamed the pigeon. We saw you with the food, you were trying to get it to land, have you tamed it yet?
Have you caught the pigeon?
I'm a big, well, another name could be a dove.
That's
a
true.
dirty dove.
Yeah.
No, I like animals in general. My favorite, for those of you who follow me in any respect, know that dogs are my favorite human beings. There's one. I just have some kind of connection with canine animals. And where I live, I have coyotes and not pigeons. Oh, I do have pigeons, but peacocks.
Oh, wow.
Bunnies and what?
For some reason, we're all standing behind the couches. We can
I'm
move the
leaning
couches
because
down.
I'm old and I have a bad back.
Oh, fair. That's absolutely fair.
And you
Well,
look
we'll
cool.
join you here. Now it looks like we're kind of in a set of friends.
Yeah, but you leaning is cool. Me, it's old man stuff.
No, I think you doing anything is just instinctively cool. I think you've just got such a chill vibe. It's great.
Such a charmer.
I mean, look at this. Like, if I could have that head of hair even now, I'd be happy with it. Look at this. This is beautiful. Yeah.
Just so you all know, the next time I see you, I may be completely bald. I'm watching hair fall out, like, not clumpy, but just the odd silver flake going down, and it gets your attention when you're as old as I.
Most people don't get this head of hair. Like,
Look, you should talk.
This is all a wig. So, yeah.
It's real.
It is real. Some people don't believe it is, but it is.
Yours is beautiful.
But thank you very much.
I mean, we're talking about beautiful hair.
That's so cool.
I know that was the best moment of
It's
my life.
quite nice being strapped.
I would. We'll work something out. No, I wanted to do that to my hair.
I'll sort you out. Do you want? I can give you some braids.
But I don't think I. No thanks. I've been through that phase. But,
So you were talking about your love of dogs. So have you got dogs on your?
not now. I lost my Australian Shepherd Andy about 9 months ago or
I'm
so.
sorry to hear it.
And I'm still mourning. It's like I haven't replaced her. My daughter has a dog, and my daughter started directing and being really busy as a creator of film and TV. Well, films mostly. She's directing, so her schedule allows me to have her dog. However, her mother has had to take the dog more often than I have because I live in the wooded area that I live in. And my mother, rest her soul, who had small dogs, lost 3 of her dogs coming to my house.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I have so many coyotes and they just run the point. And it's sad that it's a part of life and nature and all that stuff, but I have to have bigger dogs that can handle themselves. What was I saying?
We're just talking about how much we love pets and everything. I think it's lovely. I do, because obviously you've been known to play characters that are very sensitive and lovable, and they're heroes and action heroes, but there's always a third dimension to it. Do you find that you have an affinity with those characters? Because clearly you're one of those people as well.
Well, let me put it very frankly, very bluntly and honestly. Any character that I've sustained over a period of time has to be, at least in great part, a reflection of me, because I'm not that great an actor. I've made my peace with it, I know it. I have a lot of fun in front of the camera with the scripts that I've been able to help create a longer life for. But I'm realistic, so rather than create something that takes so much digging and deeping remember that. It has to come, from my natural personality, which apparently some people find interesting. I, can get bored with myself very easily.
If you had, which of your long-term characters was your favourite? Would you prefer Jack or MacGyver if you had to be that person in real life?
Well, I don't know. I have to admit that MacGyver was my launching pad for getting to know the sinew of acting and production, and it was a learning experience, as was the soap opera I had done kind of out of the box when I got to California.
It was a love boat, wasn't it?
Was it?
The love boat? Is that the same
I did
one?
an episode,
You did
one
one.
episode. I wouldn't do a regular series, regular Love Boat, but thank you for noticing. But Stargate was a lot more fun because, for one thing, I was older and I was ready to kind of keep it going a little bit longer. But I liked having a cast. There were
You guys look like you were like family. You look so close on that set.
Yeah, I mean, we became almost brother and sisterly. Like Amanda's still a buddy of mine, and we get along so wonderfully that people want us to get together on camera, and now we're getting people saying they want us to get together in real life, which is unrealistic. For some reason, I can't figure it out yet. Neither one of us can, but we're buddies. Put it that way.
Again, with Stargate, that set, like, there's so many, it went so long, and there's so many running gags in that show and stuff. Does that come from a place of you guys just having fun on set as well? It just looked like a...
No, the writing, Brad Wright was kind of behind all that weaving, showrunner is what the term is, weaving any kind of interpersonal relationships within the group, and then also having to put us on adventures every week. There's no way I could have put together a show like that or sustain it. But the relationships were out of just a natural fondness for each other and respect. And I also had to learn a lesson not to improvise all the time. It wasn't helpful. Fun for me, but I had to slow that down.
Did you get to improvise on we try to be, I mean, I'm going to say MacGyver, but earlier shows, did you get to improvise on that much at all?
I forgot we're not supposed to be mentioning those shows, right?
We're allowed to.
We're allowed
Oh, you
to.
are?
Yeah.
Oh. So what show were you talking about?
That one where you could make things.
Yeah.
Oh, that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, what is your question?
Were you able to improvise in that role, or any other role, really?
Not so much. It was not only that. I mean, it was my first venture into, network television production, and in the beginning, I was very respectful of the regimentation. Later on, I started to make suggestions and run with it. But Trek is a great show. But the show that I was on had the word star in it, and game. But again, I was one of the executive producers. I had to make sure that things worked well and on time and budgetarily, so I stopped farting around in front of the camera a little bit.
Have you ever improvised making anything yourself? Because I was a big fan of MacGyver growing up, and it's leaked into my adulthood. I like to make things from all sorts of stuff that I find on me. Have you ever done that in your own personal life? What's the coolest thing you've ever MacGyvered? What's the coolest PG thing you've ever MacGyvered?
I don't know. The thing is about MacGyverisms, it's in the dictionary, so I can say it.
It is now.
Was that if you go through life, and try it if you have a mind to do, but just going through your normal life, going to the bathroom, or doing the dishes, or going out to the garage, notice as much as you can of the minutia, the small little pieces of life around you, how things work mechanically. If you want to get really esoteric, get into how humans interrelate, that's a whole another category. But I just notice how to fix, not so much MacGyverized, but it's a natural notion to try and, because I'm conservation minded from my father, and just awareness, that things are solvable so quickly on the fly as you're going through life, that you'll find a solution to whatever I mean, it's the smallest, most insignificant things I'm talking about. I can't even come up with an example right now. I'm so flustered. But try that. I mean, just literally, just start noticing the smallest things. And if you have a task to perform, and something trips you up, or you're missing something, look around. Just take in what's about you, and maybe something will replace that. My house, I mean, I have enough money with all due respect, to be able to buy something new if it breaks. I can't tell you the last time I bought something new. I just keep fixing it or making my brother fix it, mostly. That's the answer to the question, is get a brother who can fix anything.
Had any input on that, or if there was like a designated person who made them, who came up with it?
Yeah, you all hear the question? She's right there and I barely. Yeah, we had technical consultants. We had writers that would write certain obstacles in the way of saving the day, to simplify it. And if the writer writes it, we have to get a technical advisor to see how could we accomplish this with these elements and this environment. And they just go to work. You know, these mostly engineers and scientists. We had a whole bank of those guys at our beck and call. And they had so much fun at our expense sometimes. No, but it was fun to see what they come up with.
Were you gifted any gifts from the Stargate or MacGyver?
Or if you got anything from the Stargate or MacGyver sets, do you have any props or gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get anything from the show?
Well, on MacGyver, you all know Victorinox, and can I say that? The Swiss Army Knife Company. Well, in the beginning, we made contact with them. They were able to supply us with, because we told them we were going to use it for, and it became iconic to us. I mean, it was already an established institution. But after a while, I think they stopped sponsoring us, basically. They stopped giving them to us. Anyway, I've got about I'd say about 30, 35 different kinds of Swiss Army knives of all kinds, and they all have wounded me somehow. I can't keep them out of my bloodstream, but it's nice to have something that recognizable as part of a legacy that I can grab on.
We got another question here, yeah.
Hello, thank you. You have been the casting and in particular Amanda Tapping grow in the world of cinema and Hollywood. She's passed to actor from to fiction. And so, what do you think about that?
Sorry, say that last bit again.
What do you think about the grow up of Amanda Tapping? Because sorry.
You're doing better than I would. Don't worry, you do great.
Il a vu Amanda. You see Amanda in Stargate.
Amanda Stargate, yeah.
And now she's project. So
Oh, yeah.
what do you think about the grow up?
So Amanda Stargate is now a producer and she's doing other roles. What do you think about people like Amanda going on to do in different things like producing and bigger roles? Was that it, sort of? What did it, yeah?
The evolution of Amanda Tapping in actor to production.
Yeah, what do you think about Amanda going from actor to producer?
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was absolutely a natural progression for her. She's one of the brightest women I've ever met, and brightest human beings I've ever met. We have a great rapport. It's based in comedy mostly, and humor, sense of humor, but also an appreciation for kids. We both have, our parents who, how do you say it? We both have one kid. Her, as an actor, I think I don't know, I think she just had aspirations to direct, and she was surrounded by it for whatever, how many years we were doing Stargate, and it was a natural progression for her, and she became so good at it that she works constantly now in Vancouver primarily, but gets hired to do other things kind of around the world. But she's just a superb human being, and there was, she wasn't going to limit herself in anything. She had that kind of strong will as a human, but definitely as a woman. She's no holding her back is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you. So it's really hard to hear. But yeah, thank you very much. I don't know where the microphone is now. It's back there. We'll try and get around. Yeah.
Hi there. In my imagination, you drive with a jeep with your dogs on a road trip. Is that true, or another jeep or another car?
This woman's image of you in your personal life is driving around in a jeep with dogs. Is that accurate?
I would change the vehicle these days, only because Jeeps are, I don't know, they're not as comfortable as you might make them out to be. I've had many Jeeps in my real life, and they're cool to a point, and dogs on the other hand, doesn't matter what I'm driving, come on. Yeah.
Would you let a dog drive? Would you let a dog drive you? If you had would you let a dog drive a jeep for you? Yeah, it's fine. It's a little throwaway thing. You went absolutely terribly.
No, it's terrible of me to make you repeat a bad joke.
Yeah. Really, it really hurt more on the second time. It's all right. Everyone recorded it, so you had a question.
Hold on, wait for the sound man to catch up to you.
Hello? Yeah. Yes, mine is a bit more about your personal life. What do you like to do for fun? What are your hobbies?
What are your hobbies?
Well, I can reference what I used to do. Now it's pretty simple. I own a motorcycle, a big BMW 1200. It's a touring bike, on and off-road bike. Does very well on the road. I live right adjacent, like about 200 yards from Pacific Coast Highway. Runs the length of the west coast of North America. So on any given day, I'll pack up either a day's worth of supply or whatever and just take off and drive north, and then take these tendrils up into some of the mountain ranges along the way. And it's all right along the ocean, so it's peaceful, it's meditative, it's adventurous at some times. So that's one of the things, but mostly I go to the dog pound, the local dog facility, in town, nearby, and I go there and volunteer whatever they need, whatever they want. Mostly it's just a selfish endeavor because I like just being around and.
Yeah, it's really selfish to volunteer at a dog shelter. So selfish.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. I'm getting more out of it, I think, than the dogs are. Certainly more than, the Agora dog pound is. But, so that, and I've been spending a lot of time trying desperately to write, or to chronicle some memories that are fading. So I gotta write real fast. But, trying to chronicle something I don't have. Right now, I don't have the discipline or the focus to be able to do that specifically. But I mean, my daughter won't even like bother trying to read my texts. I mean, literally, my text can be like 10 inches long, and she'll just look at it and just say next, you know. And I begged her to try and read it to see if I should go any further with the thought, but she's not having any of it. Anyway, I get complaints about, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to write something that reflects what my head is doing and has done. Because what it's doing now is fading quickly, and it feels manic in there, and I want to get it all down.
I think everyone here would want to read that, right? So maybe that would be a bit more of a push.
Yeah, who wants to get Richard's text?
Well, you all know, or some of you know, Kate Ritter. Yes, the website. I can't give you the formal name for it, but it's Kate Ritter's the lady who runs it, and she's just been so patient with me because I'm so bad at responding. I'm worse than my daughter sometimes. My daughter doesn't even bother. But Kate has been running this website for many years. She told me like 20 years. Is that possible? And I owe any kind of, I don't know what, exposure or life in this business. Is this a business? Yeah, anyway, to Kate. So if you're interested in, I'm trying to feed her some of these things that I'm thinking about writing, but all in good time. This has all been a terrible joke on you, because my book is for sale in the lobby. I'm kidding.
Amazing. Yeah,
And then we've got one more,
got
right? Just one more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
We need to get the microphone up. Sorry, yeah. If we get the sound on it, try again.
Hi. So, in MacGyver, you always manage to escape with the things you've got in your pocket and the things that surround you. So, what have you got in your pocket right now?
Elle dit que devant Gabriel, il a mis sur du bois, enfin, c'est pas...
70 Swiss Army knives.
Let me check.
On lui a demandé ce qu'il avait là actuellement dans ses poches.
This is
It's legal.
this is more you behind the sofa, just in case there's something there.
This is the note that was handed to me by a fan. I haven't read it yet. It said I would, and that's why it's in my pocket. And next to that is a mint.
And for the next 10 minutes, Richard Dean Anderson will escape the stage using...
Set fire to a paper using the sun. Yeah. I think that was the perfect question to end on.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely
Yeah.
sublime. Guys, I mean, look at you all. You absolutely love this man, so please show it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can I say one thing? Thank you all, seriously, and spread the word for those who aren't here. How much I appreciate the patience you all exhibit by, first of all, coming to one of these things. I don't know how you do it, but standing in any line that is like kind of moving in my direction, I know it moves so slowly, and I apologize for that. It's my fault. I take complete responsibility because I don't know how other celebrities do it. I'm a celebrity, I guess. But I can't not make eye contact and make some kind of contact with you all. It's not just a machine. You all know William Shatner? Boom, boom, boom. He's an adorable old man, but I can't do that. So that's why it takes so long for you all to get to the front of the lines. So bear with me. I can't change at my age. I'll say hi, but that's why it's taking so long. It has nothing to do with the organization, although there are some problems with that. Looking for the anyway. So thank you for your patience and thank you for receiving me to your lovely country.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. What an honor.